Slim. I'll be down in 2 shakes.
A visitor, Watson.
What, a desire?
Yes. Young lady who arrived in a covered wagon.
A what?
A covered wagon. Now, what do you find strange about that?
I'm looking, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
You've tracked him down, madam. Won't you come in?
Name's Minnie Mellon, Mr. Holmes, from El Rondo, Texas. I'm sure glad to know you.
Well, I'm very pleased to know you. With Bison Jack's rodeo, I believe.
Say, how'd you figure that out?
Well, your dress is very charming, but scarcely commonplace in London.
Well, didn't have a chance to change to my store clothes. Came straight here from a hotel. Who's he?
Oh, he? Oh, no, that's Dr. Watson, my esteemed partner.
Howdy, Doc.
How do you do, indeed?
I'm sorry to bother you boys so late, but I got a case for you, Mr. Holmes. You're gonna like this one.
Yes, I'm sure. Won't you sit down?
No time to sit down. Not with that man in my hotel room.
Man in your room?
Well, don't get excited, Doc. It's all right. He's dead.
Oh, well, of course, in that case, What, dead?
With his head diced up a little, and my tomahawk laying next to him.
Great Scott.
Tell me, Miss O'Malley, who is this gentleman?
Dunno. Never saw the critter before in my life. Walked into my room after the show tonight, and there he was, stretched out on the floor, dead.
And it was your tomahawk?
Sure was. You was in the show, but I left it in my room tonight. Sherlock, you got to get that hombre's body out of my room.
But, Miss O'Malley, one can't just...
Minnie is the name, Doc.
Well, Doctor, Doc is right, Minnie. It's considered illegal to move a body from the place of crime.
Well, it certainly is in England. Of course, I don't know what they do in Texas.
But it was illegal to tomahawk the critter in my room, too, wasn't it?
Well, I dare say it was, but wouldn't it be simpler to notify the police?
Sherlock, out Texas way we call in the sheriff when we want to make a fuss about something. I don't want to make a fuss about this. Just want to get that body out of my room. Pronto.
Pronto? Is that his name?
What language you talking, Doc?
Minnie, why don't you want to make a fuss about it?
Well, I'm aiming to get myself hitched.
Hitched?
Hitched. A hook, lasso, tied down. Wedding holy matrimony.
Oh.
And what would Freddie and his mother count to say if they found I got a dead man in my room?
Freddie, I presume, is your fiancé.
Yeah, the Earl of Worcester. Met him last week when he got tossed off a bronco. Landed in his lap.
Oh, I don't think I've heard of the title.
Well, Freddie calls it something else too, Doc. But it's spelled W-O-R-C-E-S-T-E-R. Worcester.
Oh, yes, I see, yes. Lord Worcester. Mm-hmm.
His ma'd be fit to be hogtied if I got in any kind of scandal.
Anglo-American relations are involved in this, Watson, to say nothing of chivalry.
Now, look here, Holmes, I know all about Anglo-American relations and chivalry, but just the same,
Doc, maybe you better stay home tonight and leave this to me and Sherlock.
Yes, maybe you'd better. It might turn out to be a rather risky business, Watson.
Well, excuse me, what exactly is this? Hmm?
It's a lasso, Doc.
Oh. Well,
You throw a heifer with it.
will you throw a half of where?
Well, you don't really throw a heifer, Doc.
Hmm?
You just lasso him. Like this.
Now, really, what on earth do you think, young woman, you're doing?
And then...
What is that?
you
But
pull.
really,
All right, boys, up you go.
refuse point blank to travel in that disgusting conveyance.
Oh, don't be so narrow-minded, Watson. Come on, get in.
I tell you, I refuse point blank.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it, Doc.
You'll regret this.
Take it away, Slim.
Hey! Hey! The man, after all, he has his principles. Hey, you mustn't do this to me. What do you think you're doing?
Faster, Watson, faster.
What do you think you're doing? I can't put up with this. You'll stagger me.
Come on, now, Watson, hurry, hurry. Come on. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, don't get the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Come on, Watson, come on.
There he is, boys. Just like I left him. He's dead all right, isn't he, Doc?
He couldn't be deader. Yes. Nasty business, this. Whoever did it wasn't satisfied to hit him just once with that tomahawk. Hit him several times. Looks like a vengeance killing.
Sounds like an engine on the warpath.
I take it that this is the weapon you use in your performance, Minnie.
Yeah. Fella stands there with a cigarette in his mouth, and I throw the tomahawk at him, slice off the cigarette.
Bit risky, isn't it?
Not if I don't miss, Doc.
Oh, I see.
When do you estimate the time of death, Doctor?
Within the last 2 hours. It's perfectly straightforward. Penetration of the cerebellum. He was hit more than once.
Aged about 30, I'd say. Occasionally wore glasses. Huh. Wallet. No means of identification in it. Ah, what's this? No doubt about his profession, Watson. Skeleton keys.
By Jove, Holmes, a burglar. Then that means, of course, he was after some jewels, and he must have had a partner, and then he and his partner...
But he ain't got no jewels. Just some old engine beads, and who'd want them?
Now, the problem becomes, where can we put his body?
Now, look here, Holmes, we can't put his body anywhere. That's preposterous.
I've got it. We'll put it in the next room.
Oh, now, look, Holmes, listen, you've got to listen to reason. You can't possibly...
Anglo-American relations, Watson. Remember?
Careful, Barton Jack doesn't see you. He's got his room down the hall.
Ah, thank you, my dear.
Doc, leave it to Sherlock.
My dear child, Holmes is the last person I'd leave this to. He has no more idea of when to stop than any man I have...
Number 13, across the passage. Most appropriate.
Couldn't think of a better. Come on now, time's a wasting.
Oh.
All right, boys, all clear.
Come along, Holmes. Yeah. Holmes, what are you doing? Come along.
I'm coming.
Mr. Holmes,
Hello, Tommy.
I've got something for you, Mr. Holmes. Something real odd.
Really, Tommy? What is it, eh?
Well, sir, I happened to be passing one of the rooms tonight, and I looked inside.
The door was open?
Not exactly open, sir. In fact, it was closed, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I think I do know what you mean.
Well, if a bloke wants to become a famous detective like you...
Well, really, Tommy, there are more ethical ways of becoming a detective than looking through keyholes, but since you did, what did you see?
Someone's hand.
Boy!
Yes, Mom?
There's a mouse in my room.
I'll get it right out, Mom.
How?
I'm coming right away, Mom.
Madam, might I suggest that you try mewing?
Mewing?
Yes, madam, mewing.
Huh. Disgraceful, if you ask me. I pay 3 shillings for my room, and I must mew like a cat.
Well, now, Tommy, perhaps you'll tell me about that hand that you saw.
Well, sir, all I saw was a hand turning a knob on a bedpost.
Hand turning a knob on a bedpost. That's very interesting. Thank you very much, Tommy.
Thank
now
you.
run along and catch that mouse.
Thank you, sir. Coming, madam.
A tomahawk, I think it's called, sir. A native weapon of the North American Indian. Used sometimes as a missile and sometimes as a hand weapon. Certain
When I
tribes-
want the history of the tomahawk, Wilkins, I'll consult an encyclopedia. Yes? Ah, come in, Holmes. Dr. Watson?
Hello, Inspector. How are you?
Got your note, Lestrade. Anything interesting on hand?
Yes, murder. I thought you'd be interested. The kind of case you like.
Really? Why?
Well, the chambermaid found him like this a little while ago.
Ah,
Oh, poor chap.
Yes, he was killed by this tomahawk. It's, a native weapon of the North American Indian. Sometimes used as a missile, sometimes a hand weapon.
well, that's most observant of you, Lestrade. Have you identified the victim?
Oh, yes, of course. There's a burglar, the name of Sly Sam Slythe. Room belongs to Mr. Honeywell here. Mr. Honeywell is a salesman. Women's corsets.
Terrible. Terrible. A dead man in my room. I shall lose all my customers.
Yes, that must be very awkward for you. Holmes, don't you think this is a time for the magnifying glass, a little detection?
Well, Watson, I don't really like interfering in the yard's cases. Besides, it seems plain enough without magnification.
Oh, you mean Mr. Honeywell?
What? I don't know anything about it. Inspector, I'm innocent. Think of my customers. All
Take it easy, Mr. Honeywell. No one's accusing you of anything. Now, the way I see it is this, Holmes. Sly Sam sometimes worked with a partner. They were on a job here together tonight. They broke into this room, quarreled over the loot, and Sly Sam tomahawked him.
Who owned the tomahawk?
The tomahawk?
Yes, of course, Lestrade, you know, Sly Sam Sly's partner might have been a Red Indian. Are you coming, Watson? Let me know if you find the owner of the tomahawk, won't you, Lestrade?